After discovering a project, the next step is very crucial. You need to stay updated about that project so you can know when to buy more, when to sell, and when to completely exit your position from that project. In today's video, I'm going to show you my own step-by-step process that I use to stay updated about projects that I find. But before we start, my name is Mazen. I'm a crypto trader and investor since 2021. This is my second profitable bull run, and in this channel, I present to you the best crypto opportunities. So if you don't want to miss them, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button. That way you can get notified whenever there is a new update. So in my last video, guys, we found out about Supra and we got a little bit of information to know if it's a crypto project that is legit or not. If you didn't watch that video, go watch it because it's very important. But today I'm going to show you how you can stay updated about that project. So after finding a project, the first step that I do is usually to follow their Twitter account. And I also activate the notification. That way, whenever there is a new update, I get notified about it. It's very important to do that. And then after that, I go to their Discord account and I check how is the community, what are people saying, and I have a time during my day that I dedicate into checking all these projects that I follow, and I'm gonna tell you after how you can do that and how you can stay updated about them without any fail. But before we do that, and before we also jump into the technical analysis of this project, I want to go ahead and search about their tokenomics, because last time when we discovered this project, I was a little bit worried about their tokenomics. So it's going to be a big factor to me, and it's going to also be a big factor to me to stay updated about this project. So I'm going to do that. But before, I just want to let you know, guys, that all these things that we're going to do right now, it takes time. And if you want to shortcut all this time and want to actually find projects that can potentially 100x, your main place to be is the 100, because in the 100 we usually do this every day for you, and we share this information so you don't have to spend hours trying to research and stay updated about all the projects. If you want to join the group right now, it's closed, but you can go ahead and click on the description link to join the waitlist. That way, whenever there is new spots, you can get notified, but the spots are very limited because we want to focus on quality, not quantity. So let's continue. So the tokenomics that I don't like about this project, what we're going to do is check their portion or the distribution. And here, what they say basically is that the token is distributed on its launch to multiple wallets and to multiple parts of the project. Basically, they say that 22.6% is reserved to the foundation and treasury dedicated to fostering the ecosystem, 21% to validator and stakers for fostering network security and longevity, 20.7% to early contributor, 16% to the team structured to promote long-term development of the network, 11% ecosystem and community, and 4% to blast off and airdrop, 4.8% to others, advisors, strategic partner, marketing, legal, admin, and more. Basically, for me, this is what I don't really like, because 16% for the team, okay? 22.6% to the foundation and treasury, which I also think, for me, like, it's also part of the team, you know? You can argue that the foundation and treasury is not really the team, but for me, I count it as the team. Validator and staker, you know, I also kind of like think like the first validator and staker will be also the team. So as you can see, 22.6% for the team, 21% 5% for the team, 16% for the team. And early contributor, let's say half of them are from the team as well, so another 10%. Let's say if you want to argue with me and say no, it's not for the team, let's just make half of this for the team, half of this for the team, and half of this for the team, plus the 16% for the team, plus let's say half of this, also 4.8% to the team. This is a lot. I don't like this tokenomics. For me, it's a lot. Like, basically what they're saying is like they have all these tokens that are going, where did I see it? Yeah, that are going to be circulating over the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and they're gonna get unlocked little by little. Basically, what is this? Like, it will make the price dump more and more. So I don't really like this, to be honest. Even the locking, or even what they claim that is gonna be locked. So I think, let me check. There is something here. Yeah, the entire team's token will be locked for 6 months. 6 months is nothing. The founder's token will be locked for 24 months. 24 months is nothing. Why is nothing? Normally, the founders need to be like, have like percentage locked into 1 year, a percentage locked in 2 years, a percentage locked in 3 years, a percentage locked in 4 years. Basically, after 6 months, for me, it doesn't make sense. Gradual drip, releasing tokens slowly over time. This is not a project that I like when it comes to the tokenomics. I think it's very, 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 very concerning for me as an investor and as a trader to see that this distribution will happen. Because what I would like to see is something that is very encouraging for me to say, oh, okay, the team is actually with me for this on a long term, not the team will be selling on me. And before we go deeper about this, what I usually do is to keep this main point on a cheat. So basically, I'm going to show you guys tokenomics, if the tokenomics change. Why? Because for me as an investor, this is what's really mattering to me. Because if the tokenomics doesn't change, if there is not a change in that, I won't be putting more money to this. And not only me, a lot of investors think like me. So this is a priority for me. I think Supra, as they are big projects and they are very advanced, they have like professional with them. I think they know, I think they know. I wouldn't say they are trying to, at a certain point, change their tokenomics, but it could happen, it could happen. And if that day happen, I'm gonna be prepared, because I know that for me, this is a strong point that will make me add to my position. So the second thing that I discovered is that if you go to the Supra chain, you go to the Supra scanner and come here and go to fungible assets, you're gonna find out that there is only 1,000 fungible assets. What does that mean? It means that only 1,000 coins are available in this chain. And if you see here the holders, there are very few holders. This is actually 600 holders, 200 holders, 191 holders, 183. So as you can see, it's not big holders that are here, okay? As you can see, all the tokens are almost 10 to 20, as I can see. And there is, in the large scale, there is only 1,000 tokens. So this is very concerning for me as an investor or someone that is interested in these projects, because if a project is growing and more tokens are are being created in this chain, it means that the project is actually good. Okay, but if this doesn't happen, it means that the project is not evolving, and I want to see the projects evolving, which make me either confident or not about the project. So total fungible assets in 22 November 2025 is only 1,309, and even the holders are actually pretty much not that much, as you can see here. The second thing that I don't like is also their coin. So as you can see, the coin legacy, it says that total coins are 940 coins. I think there is a difference between this one, total fungible assets, but let's also copy it, because it's also alarming to me. It's something that I need to keep in. Total coins is 940, so only 940 coins here in the 2020 November 25. Okay, then another thing, which is the holders of the coins are only 300,000, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do also is that these 300,000 people, are they increasing or decreasing? Holders of Supracoin 22 November 2025. Okay, so I'm gonna keep being updated about this. So these 4 points, if the tokens change, tokenomics change, it will be a strong point to me. If the total fungible assets increase, if the total coins increase, and if the holders of the coins increase. So these 4 reasons will I will keep being updated about the projects and see if these points I'm getting what I'm wanting to make more investments on these projects or not. If I'm not, I'm gonna reduce my position gradually, because in crypto there is no emotions. If you see that this project is not meeting your standards and it's not meeting your vision, and you see that the vision that they have in this project is not actually good as a project that you would invest on, then it's totally normal for you to exit that project. You are an investor as well, and you need to put your money where it's best served and where it's going to give you the most amount of return. And of course, you don't want to lose it. The next point, guys, so after you research all the points that you think are good or not, the next analysis that you need to do is the technical analysis. So here is my technical analysis. As you can see in the group, in the 100, we actually caught this move right here, and we made profit out of this move. But right now the price is coming back to this resistance. So as you can see, I draw my levels, and what I think is very interesting for me as an investor is to plan my exit strategy and where I'm going to enter or exit more, dependent also on the technical analysis. So usually what that means is that if I think that the price right now is like ranging here, and I see, okay, is the project actually doing the things that I wanted to do when it comes to developing? If it's yes, then I'm gonna come here and wait for the project to come to this level and add more to my position. Then if the projects go down and I see that it's not doing what it needs to do here, then I'm gonna reduce my position. But basically, I also have level of exit, because as you see, the new projects are very volatile and they are not the most trustworthy projects. So if, for example, the project comes back to this level and my points or my reasons are not met, I'm going to reduce my position if I'm invested in that project. Because for me, it doesn't make sense to keep waiting to hit other levels if I'm not even a big believer of this project, if I'm not a big believer of the future of this project. So for me, there is a contradiction or something that doesn't go hand in hand. And your technical analysis as an investor need to go hand in hand with your theory and what you believe in. So it's very important, guys. And basically, my technical analysis is pretty simple. I just use resistance and support levels, and I add or decrease my position according to the news, according to what I see, according to what I believe that project is gonna accomplish in the next few weeks. And this is how I make the most amount of money in this bull run. Because if you are going to buy a project and say, oh, you know what, goodbye, until you reach 0.01, I'm gonna sell, or until you reach 100x, I'm gonna sell. It doesn't work like that. Maybe before, when we were in crypto and there were a fewer projects in years back then, yes, you could do that. There were fewer projects, throw some bucks here, and wait for it to pump. But today, the number of projects are a lot, and you need to protect your capital. You need to protect your investments. And I believe if you develop this updates and if you develop this following mechanism in your strategy, you can save a lot of money and you make a lot of money too. So as an investor as well, every day when I wake up, I have a sheet with all my project that I'm investing on, and I go and check one by one to see what are the new updates. Is there something new? Because sometimes, guys, what happens is that there is a community that is also talking about the project. So if you go to home and if you follow a lot of projects, you're going to find out that the community is also talking about the project. For example, this guy is saying that we're in a strong, or we're getting close to a breakout. And then if you scroll a little bit, you see another person talking about the project. So what I like to do is also stay in connection with the community, because these people also like can have some opinion that I don't necessarily have. So as someone who invests in those projects, you always need to learn more about your projects. And this is a great way to do that. So let's say, for example, you follow X numbers of projects. Your timeline will be not only about Supra, it could be a lot about other projects. So this is very important, guys. Staying updated is actually very important. So this is all for me in this video, guys. I try to be as much transparent as possible, but if you have any question, you can let me know in the comments, and see you on the next one.